What? Let me get started. What's up, guys? This is John with Buddies More Crypto, and on today's episode, I'm gonna be asking. You know what? It's not. He's not Crypto King anymore. He's Crypto Poppy now. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna be asking Crypto Poppy some questions about crypto. All right. Before we get started, though, if you see at the bottom left of your screen, there's a subscriber count. We are 97 out of 100 subscribers right now. So come on, guys. We need 3 more subscribers to get over 100.
Yes,
We're
sir.
almost there. All right. So help us out. All right. Okay. So without further ado, I'm gonna start asking some questions to Crypto Poppy, and he'll answer them. That sounds too funny. Okay. So. All right, so today's day is September 22nd, 2022. First question for you, Crypto Poppy. What is a stop loss?
Oh, a stop loss just makes you a responsible trader, to be honest with you. A stop loss is something you calculate on the chart before you even enter the trade. So it's like setting up your risk to reward ratio. When you use that tool, which I'll pull up here right now. So if we're looking here on Bitcoin, we're on the weekly time frame. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Let's go to the daily. If you're looking to potentially enter a trade, which it would be, for me, I would consider this like a more of a day trade, maybe a scalp trade. So we'll go here to our tools. We will look for our long position. We will select our long position, drag it over here to current price. So current price there. So the bottom box is where you would calculate where it's where you would put your stop loss. So here, if you're looking at the left over here, we're looking at these levels here when I'm drawing the top of the green box. So if you could see that again, give me just a second here. So I'm just lining that up with the top of the wicks. That's where I would exit the trade, which for Bitcoin would be $25,000, $186.82.
Mm-hmm.
Then now looking for the stop loss, I'm again looking to the left. I'm looking at these levels here, these wicks, the candle bodies. We have wicks here, candle bodies, and wicks. So now I would just look to the left. So I would just follow that with my eyes to the left-hand side. And I would say, you know what? I want to keep this trade nice and tight. So I'm looking at the red wick right here when I'm using this tool. Right here, that's the wick I'm looking at. Just a second. That's the wick I'm looking at. So if price goes below that wick by very much, I'll place it right below that wick here. And again, let me show you which wick I'm looking at here on July 1st, 2022. That's the wick I'm looking at when I'm setting up my stop loss. So that's where price would be. I would enter the trade at current price. Then my stop loss would be at $18,515.30. My take profit would be set at $25,186. And that's a stop loss, which I mean, really for every trade you're doing outside of your long-term holds, you would have a stop loss on. And sometimes it's a wider stop loss. Sometimes it's a tight stop loss, just like this, because depending on the time frame you're looking at, like we're here on the daily time frame. If we switch over to the weekly time frame, look what that stop loss looks like. Look what that order looks like. It looks like nothing. We're not even taking it up to the, next fib level, to the 236. We're barely getting above the current trend line. So realistically, I mean, you would have this probably to the bottom of this red box, and now that's a little bit better setup. Let me adjust for the stop loss. But that's really how you calculate the stop loss. So it's just about being a responsible trader, knowing when to get out of a trade, when to just cut your losses. And you know what? I'm down 6%. I'm cutting the loss, and I'm going to look for a new place to enter once the market settles.
So it's stopping you from losing more money. That's what it's called. Stop
Exactly.
loss.
It's like an insurance plan.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So this is, so that's more for when you're looking at the downside and how low it could go. As I say, you're kind of looking at it the same way, how high the price could looking at previous historic wicks from the whichever coin you're looking at.
Exactly.
Okay. Awesome. So my second question I was going to ask it, but you kind of already answered it. How do you set up a stop loss? I mean, do you want to do it again? Just so.
No, that's exactly what we just did. So
okay, so you don't need to do it again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
get that risk to reward tool out and just look to the left, man. Look over to the left, see where wicks have went down to, and really you want to place it below wicks. Like I was pointing out on with the risk to reward tool, you want to place it below wicks just in case if price starts to come down, but it doesn't quite wick down that low. At least you're still in the trade. You still have skin in the game and you still have all of that upside potential. And then at that point, you have the decision to either just get out at break even as well. Like, are you in the trade for a few days when you only wanted to be in it for a few hours? And there's a better risk to reward set up on a different coin, man, just get out at break even. Nothing wrong with that. That's a win.
And I have done that before. I think I showed you that I had like little small holdings of different coins here and there.
Yeah.
But then I realized, looking, okay, at my risk to reward ratio, okay, I'm okay losing a few $100 here.
Yeah.
Because then I put it into my other coin, our favorite one, AMP, and I looked at, okay, this has more reward.
Yes.
Compared to the other ones.
Right.
So I got, I was able to get hundreds of coins, by converting my other coins into AMP.
Yes.
Which has a higher reward that we're expecting from
Right.
that one.
I like it.
Okay, awesome. So let's go to the next question. All right, this is a good one. Let's see. Let me get back on the screen real quick first. Okay, so it looks nice. All right. Okay, so Crypto Poppy.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's been your biggest mistake while trading?
Oh, I mean, there's so many. I've been doing this for years and years. So off the top of my head, one of the biggest mistakes is in the 2018-ish, late 2018, early 2019, when Bitcoin really plugged in some lows, when it went down to, the most recent crazy lows of maybe 3,500, around $4,000. I just got out too early, man, of my even long-term holds, man, when I was just steadily buying for long-term holds, for swing trades. I got out, man. Say if I bought at 3,500, I was out at 9,000 and then expecting it to bump back down. I was out like 25% of my overall position at $9,000, even though that's hundreds of percentages of gains. I mean, it went up to like 15,000, maybe 12,000 to 15,000 with that run. So just getting out too soon. And then for a long time back in the day, maybe like 2016, 2017, 18, and 19, I would take my profit, dude, and send it to the bank. I wouldn't, if I was trading with $1 million and I did 20% gains, $200,000, I would send that back to the bank. I would put it in my retirement, brokerage accounts, other investment accounts, instead of just taking a portion of those gains. Like now what I do when I take profit, I will take, maybe 30% of my profit, invest it into Litecoin, Ethereum, now has been AMP, and then just throw it into my long-term holds. Because, man, I missed out on so much profit in like 2018, 2019, and it just blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like I lost so much money running back to fiat, which is everyone's comfort. Like, dude, I'd made 200,000 from the market just to send it back to the bank. Like that was one of the dumbest things I did, because that $200,000 reinvested into the market, thrown into some long-term investments, I mean, that would be millions and millions of dollars on its own.
Yes.
If I would have just did that. But so that is definitely one of the biggest mistakes. Another one would be trading with too many fucking indicators, too many doing
so much
doing analysis paralysis. I would do so many Bollinger Bands, RSI. I don't even remember the names anymore. Just all of the indicators, and it would just, trading would be so stressful, just stress you don't need to welcome into your life, man. Trend lines, Fibonacci, support and resistance. That's That's all I need. And it took me years to figure that out.
But you had to put in a lot of work to figure that out as well. It didn't just come to you. You were working at it and you saw what worked best.
Exactly. But a lot of wasted time in the indicators.
Well, now I get to rip the rewards of that because
Exactly.
I don't have to go through all the losses. I feel like you did.
And nobody, it wasn't losses. It just took a long time to dial it in.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to teach everybody.
And because you were still making money, even though you didn't make as much money as you could have.
Exactly. And that's like what we talked about before was that I think I was asked before, like, did you lose money using the indicators and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, no, man, buying Bitcoin at the lowest I bought Bitcoin like $300, $350, Ethereum at like $5 to $7. Dude, no matter what you do, you're going to make money. You know what I mean? There's no way you're going to lose money during those times, even though those times you don't know it's those times.
Exactly. And I mean, but you kind of have an idea now because you've been there so long, especially. I'm happy that I'm getting to see in this bear market.
Right.
Because, this is what shakes everybody off.
Oh, it broke people.
The bad, this is where people get broken.
Right.
They sell, they're done.
Yeah.
They won't come back to the market after this.
They'll be back once it's back at all-time highs just to repeat what they just did.
Exactly, yeah. So it's an emotions game, people, okay? So control your emotions, and for the most part, you'll be okay. All right.
Amen.
And listen to this channel, all right? Subscribe. We're only three away from 100 subscribers.
We're 903 away from 1,000 subscribers.
Buy the dip on this show, okay? You're buying the dip right now. Let's pump these numbers, all right?
Right.
This is not going to be a dump either. It's all pumped.
Amen.
All right. The next question. All right. So this is a really good question. What advice would you give to new investors?
I mean, don't overcomplicate your trading. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't go looking for signal callers where they're going to tell you, okay, buy at this exact level, sell at this exact level, put your stop loss here. Because all they're going to do is just sell you a dream. I mean, don't fall for the Ponzi scheme bull crap. I mean, put the work in, learn your technical analysis, learn your fundamentals. I mean, all I trade with is the Fibonacci. Master the Fibonacci. Constantly play with it. Master your trend lines. Even though trend lines you really can't master because there's so many different touch points. You could go from wick to candle body just like Fibonacci. And it's really what you're biased towards. And then support and resistance, man. Keep everything simple. To get off of those indicators. Get off of Twitter looking for Elon Musk to pump a coin.
YouTube.
Exactly. Yeah. Go look at white papers for cryptocurrencies. So, I mean, just do your due diligence, do your work, and don't expect anyone to give you that information.
You have to go reach out for it. Like, no one's going to just hand you this info.
Right. Besides us.
Exactly. Besides us. Yeah, at the moment. But, like, if you don't do your own lead work, all that knowledge is not going to mean anything. You have to do some work as well.
Right. Like we were at a party last week and I brought my tablet and my Apple Pencil and we were going over Fibonacci. Yeah. Draw the Fibonacci while you're drunk. You know what I mean? Let's see how well you could draw it because this is going to show how well you've mastered it.
And Crypto Bobby here told me a year over, and it was in August. He told me 1 year, that's all I knew with you, and you'll be a professional trader. And it's been 1 year. And if you stick to it, you'll learn it. And know it seems very difficult when if you're just looking at the chart, you don't know what's going on.
And that's coming from someone with a daughter under 2 years old and a newborn as well.
And I'm also trying to run my own business. I'm also getting my real estate license. I got a bunch of things going on. And I'm
working out.
I'm still trying to learn. Okay, guys?
Exactly.
Never stop learning. All right.
Never. Even me. I've never stopped learning as well.
He's learning about YouTube right now.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the last question for today. This is a good one too. How can I make a living from trading?
Like how you talked about earlier, is just controlling your emotion, and don't expect to make a living off of trading crypto. I mean, you need to be diversified. You need to be in the stock market, precious metals, real estate if you can. There's not just one thing, but really with crypto is you need to have a fairly large bankroll. You need to be very disciplined, very knowledgeable, and be able to take one on the chin. If your stop loss triggers, your stop loss hit. Don't go out and chase that trade. Don't think, oh, you know what? I could pull some capital from my savings account or my retirement account and keep me in that trade, keep me going. No, I mean, just take the loss if you're taking a loss and do your analysis to why you took that loss. Why did you enter that trade? You need to be your biggest critic. But again, everyone's different. My cost of living is different than your cost of living. Your cost of living is different than it's someone else's cost of living. So if you need $20,000 a month to live, then you would need to trade with a larger bankroll compared if you needed $2,000 a month to live. So it's just about sitting down, looking at all your bills, how much you need to take from the market, pull out of the market to pay for all of your bills, and then you'd be able to build a bankroll number based off of that. But again, it just comes from being disciplined, educated, and being realistic with yourself.
You got to set up a real risk to reward setup on your real life. You got to
exactly.
You got to sit down and count how much money do you need to support yourself for a month, and see how much profit, how much money you have available at hand, and start calculating. Okay, I'm gonna need to make at least 10% out of every trade to be living off this money every month.
Right.
So you just kind of you actually have to sit down and do some work, write down your numbers, write down how much money you need, and that'll give you a head start to where you want to be.
Yeah.
You gotta have a plan before you go anywhere. If you're going there without a plan, you're gonna be like a headless chicken, just walking around trying to hit whatever you fall, and that doesn't always work.
Right. Exactly. But again, I mean, it could be done. It's not common to make a living from the market, but I'll tell you what it is. Some people have what it takes. Some people don't. So, I mean, be realistic with yourself. If it's something you really want to do, then start acting like your life depends on the market. Even if still obviously stay at your job, stay doing whatever you're doing, but trade and commit yourself like you're making a living off of the market.
Yes.
Just to see if you could do it.
Just treat it like if it's your second job.
Right.
Even though you're not going to pay right away, treat it like that. Treat it like it's your second job. You have to learn about it no matter what, regardless.
Right.
Just a little bit. Watch a little bit here, watch a little bit there. As long as you're taking in some information every day from trading or whatever that is that you want to make money on, you have to constantly do it.
On a regular basis.
Regular basis, exactly. That's what we're trying to do here. But it's more crypto, give you this content daily or as much as possible.
Right.
But that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys are happy with those answers. I'm very happy with those answers.
Yes, sir.
A lot of information there. Again, subscribe to the channel. We are almost to 100 subscribers. We're going to be sponsoring the Litecoin Summit 2022 in Las Vegas, Nevada, October 21st and October 22nd. We'll be there and we'll have a booth. Come talk to us. We're giving away prizes. We're giving away crypto, money, ledgers, and probably other fun things too as well. So come over, come talk to us. We'll show you love if you show us love, okay? And engage with the channel, engage with the, comment. The people that engage the most with us in all social media, they're the ones that we're going to be looking at to give away some money. So engage with the page, ask questions, comment. We're here for you guys. Because once this subscribers pumps, the count pumps, the higher the number goes, the harder it's going to be to get to us. Okay.
Right.
So, thank you guys for listening. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.